My first guest is a four-time Golden Globe-nominated actress and a New York Times best-selling author. She's also the co-founder of a new wine brand called Aveline, which is available now. Here is my pal, Cameron Diaz. Hey! I miss your face. You look great, buddy.
Thanks. So good to see you. I can't believe I was hoping to come see you all this summer.
I know, because we haven't seen you since you had the baby. How's it being quarantined with the baby?
Heaven. It's been heaven, Jimmy. You just got to spend 4 months with the girls, and you get to have every moment, and it goes so fast.
Yeah.
And you really understand that when people, have always said to me, really enjoy the time when they're baby so fast. And literally every single day, there's leaps and bounds and these things that happen that she's not the same baby she was yesterday.
Yeah, people always said that to me too, and I was like, all right. They're like, no, it goes fast. I go, I understand, I heard you. And they're right.
Where was yesterday? Yesterday is literally gone, and today is a new day, and tomorrow will be a new day that she's a completely different baby. But it's so gratifying to actually get to see that growth and to be a part of it, and to, help just let her be her. And, it's just amazing. It's the thing that ever happened to both Benj and I. We're just so happy.
We were so happy when you called us, and we were just like crying and jumping up and down. Has your photos on your phone completely changed?
Well, first off, the sad thing is that my phone used to be pictures of my dogs and my dog's poop, because I have 4 of them. You know that you're just constantly sending pictures of your dog poop to your veterinarian going, is this normal? Is this okay? Now, thankfully, I can say that my pictures are no longer of my dog poop. And I'm also going to say they're not of my child's poop.
That was my next follow-up question. The pediatrician's getting pictures now.
I feel very confident in being able to decipher her poop because it's very similar to...
Are you doing the whole? Is it all the movies and the shows and the Baby Shark? Is that happening in your house?
Let me just tell you, it's literally, we have Baby Shark on rotation. Yeah. We have Elmo's song. We have Sesame Street. We're just it's crazy. We're just jamming out over there.
Get ready.
That I don't understand. You go, I will never play that music for my child. That's crazy. But you watch their response, and they're so taken by it. It's like she changes. She's like, oh, what, my people.
Isn't it the greatest thing? I honestly, my kids are a little late to the party, but they're getting into Disney songs right now. It is Disney Princess. It's Idina Menzel all day long. And when that song came out, at first, we were making jokes and all this stuff, oh, can we stop listening to the song, let it go? It's the best song in the world. To watch your kids sing the song and get into it and close their eyes, I'm like, it's my favorite. I love it, dude. I'm so the opposite of where I was. It's all changing.
When we go on car drives, Benj will put on some Afro-Cuban music, and she is in her car seat and her little legs are kicking. I'm like, yeah, that's my girl.
Is he writing songs for the baby? He must be.
He's got a dozen now. They're amazing. That's what I sing all day in my head are his songs to her, because she just loves it. She just is looks at her daddy, and she just loves him so much. She thinks he's the bee's knees. It makes my heart just want to explode.
I know Benj is involved with this, is it Veeps?
Yes, with Veeps. That's his platform. Him and Joel started. Artists can't go out and tour, and we all know that's how musicians and all artists, people who pay for, get paid to be in a room, they can't do that any longer. So they created this platform where if, artists can, ticket their live streams and make a living because touring is not coming back anytime soon.
Do you remember your first concert as a kid?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wait a sec. All right, wait. I'm already mad because that's a very confident. Yeah, what was it?
Okay, so when I was 11, 1984, Van Halen Jump was like my life. It was my life.
No, you did not see Van Halen in 1984.
At the Forum here in Los Angeles, my mother came home from work. I had been sick that day. She came home from work. She said, I got a surprise for you, but you have to go to school tomorrow. And I was like, okay, what is it? And she was like, one of her clients had given her like the loge seats on the side of like the right down by the stage for Van Halen. They were like, we don't need these. And my mom was like, my daughter loves Van Halen. So it's me, 11, my sister, 13. My mom goes, she drops us off at the front, you know, where we go in. She's in her Volkswagen bus. She goes and parks. She does her needlepoint and drinks her cheese and drinks her wine and eats her cheese in the car while we're in the Forum screaming our heads off. And Jimmy, when I say screaming our heads off, I mean like, I'm like, I love you, Lenny! Like blood going down my throat because I'm screaming so loud, like crying. It was like a Beatles moment. And there was like these girls behind us who were like mature, like young women who were like kept hitting us and going, quiet, stop screaming, stop it. And the women in front of us were turning around going, be quiet. And me and my sister were there like just like dying. We were losing our shit. It was crazy.
And they are an amazing live band. I mean, they are incredible live.
Okay, David Lee Roth at that time in 1984 was still capable of jumping across the entire
With the
stage.
boombox?
He was like Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. He could get that far for that long. You know what I mean?
I got to see them when they had a little reunion concert at Cafe Wha in New York in a tiny club, and they sang Panama, which is unbelievable, the song. And they got to that one point where like, ain't no stopping us. And we all screamed like, Panama. But the band didn't play anything. They were like,
Shut up. You know what?
and then they looked back and they're like, Panama. And we all went, what? It was awesome. It was awesome.
You're like, what?
Yes, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Best move in rock and roll. It was so worked. It tricked all of us.
Took it to the next level.
Oh,
You know what I did for my sister's 40th birthday is Van Halen was on their reunion tour with David Lee Roth.
yeah.
So I got tickets at like the place that I could guess was the closest spot to where we were when we were 11 and 13. And for the two of us, and we went to the Forum and we went and saw Van Halen. And
That's cool. That is cool. See, that you just took it cool and you took it to the next step cooler. My first concert was Weird Al Yankovic. And it was,
by the way, that makes total sense. I believe that.
I loved it. I loved it. You know, I'm looking through all of your credits and all the films you've made, and I didn't know, I don't know why, I just assumed you already had been in movies, but The Mask was your first acting credit.
The Mask was my first film, and I turned 21 on the set of that film. It was such an amazing experience. It changed my life forever. What was I going to do with my life at 21 years old? Like, I had no plans, really. I was just kind of like hustling as a model, you know, like just, I don't know, who knew?
Yeah,
You know?
and you fell in love right there and you said, this is it, I got the bug. This is what I want to do.
You know, it was just like at 21 years old, you're like, oh, I get to be around a bunch of creative people who all work as this amazing team for the same, you know, wanting to create this one thing that everybody's just completely committed to. And it was just like this family and camaraderie and just laughter all day long that I was just like, I want to do this all the time.
Was it Jim Carrey's first film as well?
No, but he had already done Ace Ventura, but it hadn't come out yet. So he was still the white dude from In Living Color.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He was just on our show last week. He has this new memoir out that's really awesome and different and trippy and cool. Was he great on set?
Oh my God, Jim was the best. We had the best time, really, honestly. It was kind of like the end of the innocence, you know, in a weird way, you know, because he hadn't become Jim Carrey, you know, so there wasn't all of that with him at that time.
Yeah.
Even on set, you know, we were just kind of like free and nobody knew who I was. you know? So it
Isn't
was
that great? You don't forget that.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. And Jim was always, you know, he's such a jokester, and he's always like pulling jokes on everybody and making, you know, things so surprising all the time. So,
He's the best. I want to talk to you about Aveline, your new wine. What are you talking about? What? It's real. It's real. It's here. It's gorgeous. It's so fun. Let's talk about it more with Cameron Diaz when we come back, everybody.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on.